Hello children, today through this video you all will learn about the UNO, which is an international organization established after the failure of the League of Nations, which was established after the World War II. The UNO was established to maintain world peace after the World War II. Now through this video, I will explain to you all about the UNO as to how it works, its principal organs and specialized agencies, the powers and functions of the principal organs and the specialized agencies, etc. To begin with the UNO. The UNO, which was enshrined on 26 June 1945, and with the establishment of the UN Charter, the UNO came into existence on 24th October 1945. The original or the founding members of the countries were committed to maintain international peace and cooperation. The membership of UNO were 193 countries, and these were the member states. The headquarters of the UNO is at New York. The Secretary General is Antonio Guterres. All the states that agree to accept obligations of the UNO Charter, an international treaty which sets out basic principles of the UNO, were the members or are the members of the UNO. Now, how this UNO works? According to the UN Charter, the UNO has four objectives or four principles. Number one, to maintain international peace and security. Number two, to develop friendly relations among nations. Number three, to cooperate in solving international problems and to promote respect for human rights. Also, to become the center for harmonizing the actions of nations. Remember children, the UNO doesn't make laws, nor it is a world government. All its members states have a voice and a vote. The main purpose of the UNO is to remove all threats to world peace. It works democratically. Now we shall discuss about the main organs of the United Nations organization. There are six main or the principal organs of the UNO. Number one, the General Assembly. Number two, the Security Council. Number three, the Economic and Social Council. Number four, the Trusteeship Council. Number five, the Secretariat. And number six, the International Court of Justice. Now here, with regard to the main organs, I will deal with the General Assembly, the Security Council and the International Court of Justice in detail. The rest of the organs of the UNO are excluded from the syllabus. To begin with the General Assembly. The World Parliament or the legislative organ of the UNO. It is composed of all the member states, that is 193, and each member state sends 5 representatives, and each member state has one vote. It discusses issues related to peace and security, admission of new members, budget matters, election of the non-permanent members of the Security Council. Decisions on the above issues require 2/3 majority votes. It also discusses other issues related to world progress, and the decisions on these other issues require simple majority vote. Now about the powers and functions of the General Assembly. The General Assembly admits new members to the UN on the recommendation of the Security Council. It appoints Secretary General of UNO upon the recommendation of the Security Council. It elects 10 non-permanent members of the Security Council. It passes the annual budget of the UNO. It makes recommendations to the Security Council whenever it sees that the peace of the world is endangered due to one or more states. It promotes international political cooperation, develops international law, human rights, etc. The General Assembly can't take any decisions about what action should be taken in case of a conflict between different countries. The decisions which are crucial are taken by the executive organ of the UNO, that is the Security Council. The Security Council, it is the executive body of the UNO. It consists of the two types of members, permanent and non-permanent members. 15 members are there, and 5 are permanent and 10 are non-permanent members. 5 permanent members are China, UK, USA, France and Russia. The 10 non-permanent members are elected by the General Assembly for 2 years on regional basis. A representative of each member state must be present at all times at the UNO headquarters. Are Belgium, Congo, Ghana, Indonesia, Italy, Panama, Peru, Qatar, Slovakia, South Africa. Each member has 1 vote. A retiring member isn't eligible for immediate re-election. The permanent members have the veto power, which is a negative vote against any proposal or resolution passed by any of the 5 members. That is, even if the other 4 members agree, the decision or proposal can't be carried out if any one member disagrees and gives a negative vote. So, the decision on procedural matters can be made by an affirmative vote of 9 members. But decisions on all other matters shall be made by an affirmative vote of 9 members plus 5 votes of the permanent members. Which means Security Council is powerless by the exercise of veto power by any one of the 5 permanent members. Powers and functions of the Security Council. The Security Council tries to bring peaceful settlement of disputes. It maintains international peace and security. It imposes economic sanction and trade in nations that do not act according to the directions of the Security Council. It imposes arms embargo. It orders military action against a state which disturbs security of the nation. It recommends the General Assembly on appointment of the Secretary General. It also recommends the admission of new member states to the UNO. Next we come to the International Court of Justice. It is the main judicial organ of the UNO. Years by United Nations General Assembly and the Security Council. Judges can be re-elected after the expiry of their terms. 1/3 judges retire every 3 years. Powers and functions of the International Court of Justice. It gives advisory and legal opinions to any organ of the UNO on request, but it is not binding on the UN organs. It decides legal matters between states on request. It clarifies questions of international law. It interprets the UN Charter. Test. It clarifies questions of international law. It interprets the UN Charter. Now children, you must be very clear with the main or the principal organs of the UNO. Then there are some specialized agencies of the UNO. The specialized agencies are legally independent international organizations with their own rules, membership, organs, and financial resources. They are brought into relationship with the UNO through negotiated agreements. Specialized agencies are linked to the UNO but remain autonomous, that is, independent. Some of the specialized agencies are WHO, UNESCO, UNICEF, then World Bank, then ILO, UNDP, etc. Now in the syllabus you have to study about the UNESCO, WHO and UNICEF. UNESCO, the full form of UNESCO is United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. It was established in 1945 and it has its headquarters in New York. It has its own General Assembly and Secretariat. It has a Director General, which is an executive body of 50 members. The main functions of the UNESCO are to promote knowledge, adult education, women education, etc. It promotes and provides educational experts to member states. It secures cooperation of all member states, and it promotes science and technology, cultural cooperation and cordial relationship, etc. It organizes scientific seminars, book fairs, conferences, etc. Next we come to the UNICEF, which is another specialized agency of the UNO. The full form of UNICEF is United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. The short form, United Nations Children's Emergency Fund. It was established in 1946 and it has its headquarters in New York. Its main functions are protection of children from hunger, disease and malnutrition. It provides welfare services to babies and mothers, especially during emergency periods like natural calamities, etc. It provides welfare centers to give best services in fields like education, vocational training, nutrition, sanitation, maternal and child health, etc. It provides cheaper books, technical supplies, equipments, medicines, etc. The third one is the World Health Organization. It was established in 1948. It has its headquarters in Geneva. Its main functions: it undertakes worldwide campaigns against malaria, TB, plague, etc. It encourages research to cure and prevent diseases, organizes a network of international laboratories to find out the causes of diseases, improves medicines and vaccines, etc. It promotes health education among the masses. It promotes cooperation among the nations in the field of health and education. So now children, I think it must be very clear to you about the historical background of UNO, how it works, the principal organs of UNO, their powers and functions, and the specialized agencies of the UNO and their powers and functions. Thank you. Have a good day.